Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the School of Science. My name is Luke, and this is the Everton Stadium update. Now, as we go over the site today, the main things to be taken notice of are the East Stand, South Stand, and West Stand. Sorry, not the South Stand, East Stand, North Stand, and West Stand. So these are the ones that are going to be the main point of focus today. So the main thing around the East Stand and the Fan Plaza is mainly just the fact that the hydraulic tower has been opened up a bit more now. So you can actually see the doorways and everything that have been opened up, and a little bit of the patchwork can be actually seen where they've had to replace they've had to replace old bricks with some more newer bricks just for the fact that they're probably too degraded to be reused again. But as we look over the site at the moment, the main things I've noticed around the East Stand, apart from the barrel structure, we'll be talking about that in a minute, I've noticed they're doing a little bit of work on the front again. So what's happening right now is you can actually see the front is coming out a little bit, especially around the centre there. So that's going to be like the main entrance for the East Stands. That's one to pay attention for in the future. So what's more than likely going to happen is you're going to see a little bit of glass above that. And then from there, we're going to probably see a little bit of the nice facade and sort of stuff that's going to go around the edging and everything in the near future. Now, as we go over to one of our tried and true bird's eye views, we've brought ourselves around 110 to 120 meters high, and right now I'm just pretty much on line with the wall, well, slightly behind the wall, just to try and respect the distance of the site, because I don't want to be intruding on the site, because that would be very naughty. And as we look around right now, you can see that the barrel structures are coming along rather nicely. So what's happening now is they've pretty much done all the stuff from east to south, so they're now going east to north, and what will probably happen is once they've done them, the cantilevers will be going in, and by that time the West Stand's cantilevers will be all done, and they'll probably be introducing the next stage of the trusses that are going to go further inwards, because I think these actually go quite significantly in. I think this, if you actually look at the hole itself of Bramley Moore Stadium's roof, it's pretty much in the dimensions of the pitch itself, so that's one to take note of. So we're probably going to have it so that they are going to go in quite significantly. Now, as we go for the South Stand right now, there isn't too much of a change here. So right now, I'm going to use this time to really talk about one thing that's actually been passing by me quite a bit. So what has actually been said is there has been delays. This is actually not the case. It's been more of a miscommunication. So what's happened is we were meant to be going in, well, they said we were going in for the start of the 24-25 season. This isn't actually the case. It's meant to be midway through the 24-25 season, or it's going to be the beginning of the 25-26 season. Now, this is, I can't say it's through delays just because I haven't seen any form of delays. Looking at the plans versus this, everything seems to be in line with what's going on right now. So it's not really that. I think it was more we were just a little bit too optimistic and wanted to get in a lot quicker than we were going to. But as a whole, I'm more than happy for us to go in at the beginning of the 25-26 season myself. But if you would like to argue against that and you would like us to go in mid-season of the 24-25 season, please put in the comment section below. I would love to hear arguments against going in at the beginning of the season and going in mid-season. I mean, myself personally, I just feel like it'd be disrespectful to Goodison Park. The old lady's been a massive servant of us since 1892, so for us to leave mid-season without giving it a proper farewell, I just don't feel like that's doing the old stadium justice. Now, as we go over the West Stand right now, so we can see that a lot more of the cantilevers, well, I can't say a lot more of the cantilevers are in place. Only one more cantilever has been included, but a lot of things to note is a lot of the facade has now been put into place, and you can even see glass. This has probably been in for a while now, but I can see that the very centre there where you can see the Lango Rec banner, you can see glass above it. So that's going to be where the, hospitality area is. So that is kind of surprising. I've never really seen that before. But looking over this right now, you can even see the North Stand as well. If you look right now, it was very sunny when I was actually doing this, so you can actually see a very powerful sheen off the cladding on the North Stand. So that's one thing that I'm probably going to notice when the stadium is done. That is going to shine mercilessly when the sun is out. But yeah, as we go over to the North Stand now, as I said, the cladding is pretty much near, it's very close to being done now. So I would probably say within the next couple of weeks, that should have got the entire roof of the North Stand covered. So they might move on to the South Stand, taking into account the solar panels that are meant to go into place. But time will tell. Time will tell. But as we look over, one thing I have noticed as well is the brick facade is now coming up at the next level. So that's going to be right across the middle section or the mezzanine of the stadium itself. And it's going to be interesting to look at, to tell you the truth. I'm not sure whether it's going to be like what you can see in the bottom, where it's going to be somewhat patchy. So you've got bits of brick facade, but also bits of like that metal, the metal paneling in between. I'm not 100% certain on that one, so that's one I'm going to have a look at in the renders. But as a whole, everything is looking rather nice. I will say that everything is coming along rather well, and it's interesting to see the sheen off the cladding there. So I actually think that might actually be the barrier to, well, the safety barrier for people who are actually putting in the cladding. But you can actually see on the very edge, it looks like a bit of a blue sheen. But I'm almost certain that's just like a sort of fence netting to stop people from accidentally walking off the north stand's edge. But yeah, guys, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Hey guys, how's it going? Just a very quick one for you right now. So what's going to be happening in the, well, pretty much from this, well, the next video onwards, is we're going to be scrapping the Everton Stadium update name. So what's going to end up happening is it's basically, well, I say scrap. It's not exactly scrapping. It's more of adjusting. So instead of it being, 5.1 or 5.11, 5.12, so on, so on, so on, it's going to be from here on in. It's basically going to be Everton Stadium update, and it's going to have the date underneath. So for this one itself, it's going to be Everton Stadium update 7th of the 7th, 2023. So that's pretty much the best way of putting it. It's just because what we've found is over the course of doing these videos, it is kind of hard to sort of keep track of the staging and everything. So it was meant to be like a 12-stage program for Everton Stadium itself, but as you can tell, stages have sort of overlapped, blended, and certain areas have been skipped here and there, whereas they've basically just been added a little further down the line and all that. So what's going to pretty much happen right now is pretty much, as I said, just so we're not getting confused and not thinking, oh, are we still in stage 5? Are we still in stage 5, or are we actually in stage 6 now? It's gonna just be dated now. It's gonna make things a hell of a lot easier for both parties. So I do apologize if you guys liked the old style of things where it was like 5.11, 1.3, 5.6, 5 point blah blah blah, 6.9, things like that. It's just easier to do the date from here on in, I think. But yeah, guys, if I would like to thank you all very much again for watching. I really do appreciate if you guys stick right the way through to the end. It really does help a lot with the channel. But yeah, what's going to happen in the course of the future, as I said, the thing's going to get updated, and we are going to be introducing things in the future as well. As you've seen in probably one of the previous videos when this faces actually came on camera, we did something a little bit different. So we've actually been talking about formations and everything. So what's going to happen in the next video I'm going to probably be looking at doing is we're going to probably have a look. It's going to be more likely going to be the post-match. So what's going to happen is this season, I'm going to focus solely on post-match stuff, unless it's a big game. So for the likes of Man City, Arsenal, Tottenham, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man U, anything like that, or even like the major FA Cup games. So if we get like a decent team in the FA Cup, I mean, even if we get like a championship side in the FA Cup, I might even do a pre-match on them. So we're going to do things like that. So we're going to have a little bit of pre-match stuff mixed in here and there, and then we're going to have mostly post-match stuff over the course of the next coming future, where I'm going to try and introduce people, the likes of Dan's Bluecast, or what's he called now? The Toffee Bluecast. We're going to have the likes of those guys coming in so they can talk their opinions. I do want to try and actually broaden the horizon of this channel. I don't want it to be forever known as the Everton Stadium channel. And then when the stadium's done, this channel fades into obscurity. So I'm going to be doing that over the course of the next, this coming season. We're going to do, as I said, post-match stuff, and then the occasional little sprinkle in a pre-match. And then season after that, once I've got myself into a rhythm, I might introduce a few more pre-match stuff until, say, about 3 or 4 years down the line when it becomes regular. It's going to basically be pre-match, post-match stuff on this, with the occasional transfer rumour sprinkled in, as well as stuff in between. But yeah, guys, I'd like to thank you all again very much for watching, and I hope you guys have a good week, because right now out there, well, weather's a bit shocking. But anyway, guys, I'd like to thank you all again for the 5th and final time, probably. Take care, peace, and have a great week.